What's up YouTube, Capital G here doing a follow-up to the video that I posted yesterday about the Dueling book, which for all intents and purposes is Dueling Network 2.0. So I told you guys that they had updated their official Twitter page and their official Facebook, and they said that they were updating their card database, and they were making sure that all the newest cards, they showed the new Fusion, the new Odd Eyes Beast Claw, and I was like, oh, that's pretty impressive. It shows that this thing might actually be pretty damn legitimate, because as I've said yesterday, I don't really understand why somebody would put this much effort into something that is 100% a troll. Like, you had the original thing, like what Slater posted, how they had all those little kooky jokes and rules, you can't be a virgin to be an admin. And then kind of like update 2, they added the cold crocodile from Donkey Kong Country. And then update 3, you start posting on the Twitter, you start posting on Facebook, and it's like, why would you go through all of that if you really were just trying to troll the community? It just seems like it wouldn't make a lot of sense, because you're spending money to host this website and the server, and even if you just spend $1 a month, like, you wasted $50 for a practical joke that's not going to make you any money. So I did say yesterday, it still could be 100% bogus. I had heard that Steven was supposed to be working on this. I heard that he had told people that he would be working on this, and that he did have his own server on Dueling Network, where after the original C&D, you could upload images, and a picture that was on Twitter looked identical to his site. So if he was working on it, it does make sense that it would look very similar. Well, actually, after posting yesterday's video, I did get an anonymous email. It was about 10 o'clock at night. I ended up checking my email. Well, right now it's about 3:45 in the morning, but I'm just a night owl. I'm always up really late at night, mainly because of my live streams and whatnot. But I checked my email, and I got an anonymous email from somebody talking about the Dueling book, and it had a couple of links. This is one of the links that I ended up clicking. Now, generally, you shouldn't probably, that's not a practice that you should go about doing. You shouldn't probably click links from anonymous emails, but I'm an idiot, so I did it anyways, like YOLO. So anyways, here was what the email actually said. Now, I'm not going to actually show the email because I don't want to invade somebody's privacy. Plus, the last time I did that, YugiOhMint.com was trying to sue a motherfucker, so let's not go through that again. It says, and this is talking about Dueling book again. It says it's based off of Dueling Network's web client, but the networking has been entirely ripped out and is using another system. Okay. I've talked to the creator, and it's definitely not a troll. You can't register as there's a whitelist, but pulling it apart, most of the stuff is still inside the deck builder, the lobby, etc. So it's basically saying that it's very similar to Dueling Network. It's probably going to look like Dueling Network, but you know what I mean? The networking is going to be different, and maybe that's how they're going to get around kind of like the whole cease and desist by NAS, because the guys from YGO Pro, actually, I didn't even realize they did actually email me. I didn't even realize that. They emailed me about 5 days ago. I just didn't check my email, but we've talked to them, and they've said how they're essentially DevPro and YGO Pro are essentially safe from the clutches of NAS, how they can't really take down the server, how they can't really file a copyright against an actual source code of a program, and how their programs are essentially safe. So I do wonder if maybe they're going to host the card images in a different country, where maybe the copyright laws are different, and maybe NAS won't be able to do anything about it there. But I do kind of wonder if Dueling book is real, how they're going to kind of beat the same thing that took Dueling Network down. Although at the same time, it did take NAS 5 years to shut down Dueling Network. I don't believe they're that dumb where they didn't know about Dueling Network for 5 years. Like, no one's that stupid. I mean, they could have just pretty much, like, at any time, I guess they could have sent the C&D. But anyways, the more interesting thing is the second link that I was sent. I'm going to show you guys it, and this is why I'm making the video. So I got the second link. This was the first one. This was really nothing. It just says Dueling book login, and this is kind of what a lot of people have seen. At the bottom, it says this site is in no way affiliated with Konami, trademark, or the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game. That was basically, if I'm not mistaken, taken directly from DuelingNetwork.com. But the interesting thing is this second link. So I click this in, and it takes us to this, and it's like, whoa, if this is a troll, like, why would you go this far? Obviously, you can see it looks identical to the old DuelingNetwork.com. Like, every single thing, every single aspect of DuelingNetwork.com is here. Obviously, it's different. It has the Necroz Brionic, and then there has a whole bunch of updates. It says that the group chat has been revamped. I don't think Did Dueling Network have a group chat? I feel like it didn't. It says you can now filter online users. I guess that means that maybe like you can appear offline if you're on Dueling Network. They do need a way to do that. There's a whole bunch of other things. It talks about how the background no longer changes color because that was using high CPU usage, and just a whole bunch of just different stuff just talking about the website. There's even a couple of email links at the bottom that you can go to. Don't try and sue me on that one. Those are both actually linked to like the Dueling Book website itself, but you can't register. I already tried registering. Obviously in the email it said that you can't register, and some of the links don't work, but some of the links actually do work. Like if you click the Twitter one, it takes you to the official Dueling Book Twitter. If you click the YouTube, it takes you to the official Dueling Book YouTube. I didn't know Dueling Book even had a YouTube. I went ahead and subscribed. I guess I'm the second subscriber that they have. Yo, shout outs for getting 2 subscriber hype. But I just think that this is really crazy because, again, if this is trolling, oh my god, this person has outdone themselves. You really did a whole lot of effort for an elaborate scheme. Again, I was at like 75%. It's real yesterday. Now I'm at like 95, or not 95. I'm gonna be at like, you know what, fuck it, I'm at 95%. I'm just gonna say that it's real. A lot of these links probably don't work because the site is just not done yet. I mean, they could still be months away from rolling this thing out. So if I do leave the link in the description and you go in here and be like, oh my god, Cap, there's no music and I can't play anybody, this thing is 100% a hoax, like obviously it's not done. You know what I mean? Like, who knows if it's just Steven and a couple of his buddies, they might be, it might be like 4 or 5 months before they roll this thing out. This thing might not roll out until next year. But I do think that this shows that this is probably legitimate. I don't think that you go through all of this fucking trouble if you're just, and I'm putting my fingers in quotes, if you're just trolling. Like, why would you spend all of those hours, spend all of the time registering the domain, spending money every year, even if the servers only cost you $1? Like, you're still just wasting money. You know what I mean? So we'll see, I guess, very soon if this thing is going to be legitimate, but I'm now on the side of the fence where I believe that this thing is legitimate. And it's pretty cool. The design looks identical to Dueling Network because it means that all the players who used to play on Dueling Network, maybe even players who, quit the game, like they're all going to be able to start playing this thing and instantly pick up. There's probably nothing new to learn. It looks identical to Dueling Network, so it's going to be super familiar for them when they come back. So again, crossing my fingers, hoping this thing is real. And if you click it and, everything doesn't pop up, like, don't be stupid. You know what I mean? Understand that they still have to get the forum working. They still have to get all the cards, the servers for all around the world. Like, there's probably a lot of work that still needs to be done. So obviously that's why. And I don't even think that this probably wasn't even supposed to be shown off. Maybe they're at this point, maybe they're not comfortable even showing this part off because everything's not fully functional. But just wanted to share this with you guys. If there aren't any more updates, if I get any more emails, if Steven says, hey, you idiot, stop telling everybody, I guess I'll stop doing that. But if there are any other emails that I get or any more updates, I'll definitely update you guys. Thank you for watching as always. Okay guys, so I thought I was done making this video, but I guess I gotta make an update to the update. So I went back to my original video and there are a couple of things that are just like really strange. First off, remember this guy right here. You guys all know how to get to this website, and it shows well, I thought it was an alligator from Donkey Kong Country, and people were like, oh no, Cap, it's a troll. That means they're trolling. And I was like, no, I think it's an alligator from Donkey Kong Country. Well, apparently people were saying that it's Clubba from Donkey Kong Country 2. I guess it's a character. I didn't really play Donkey Kong Country 2. I mainly played like the original. Well, if you go to the Dueling Book website, it says any other questions, send me an email at clubba@duelingbook.com. So I'm like, well, that's pretty peculiar. But then this is even crazier, right? So I get a, what's it called? I get a comment. This was 12 minutes ago. So it is like 4 in the, this is literally like 4 in the morning when I get this comment, right? And it's by the Yu-Gi-Oh slut, and he says, what kind of troll would do this? And you see, I ask him, I say, hi, it's you. Is this fake or real? And the reason that I did that is because if you see right above this, it says you can contact the site's the site's official gay supermodel here at the Yu-Gi-Oh slut at DuelingBook.com. So it's like, bro, is this a troll or is this real? And what makes this even crazier is I am like 99% certain that the Yu-Gi-Oh slut, he used to post videos a long time ago. I am pretty sure that this is Steven. So I don't know if Steven, like, obviously he's aware of these videos that I'm making. Steven, is this real or not? Everybody knows you have a crazy sense of humor. I feel like he could be trolling everybody, or, you know, he can be 100% working on this site, because again, he said apparently, or I'm just gonna say allegedly, he allegedly told people that he was gonna be working on a new site. And I hear that he has like a background in computer programming, so it wouldn't be that far-fetched that he could design his site. But again, I believe that the Yugi slut, that this guy is Xsteven, because if you go to some of his videos, people are like, yo, Xsteven, is that you? And I've gone to a couple of his other videos and people are like, yo, Xsteven, man, what's up? So I'm just like, I don't know, man, are you trolling or not? I just thought that that was another layer to this story, and I'm like, man, I gotta know if this is real. I wouldn't be surprised if he commented in this video, to be honest. So anyways, thank you guys for watching as always.